You're watching Bensenville TV, providing local government programming to residents 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, featuring board meetings, news, events, bulletin boards, and original programming about the services provided by our municipal government and affiliated organizations. Always on, offering community information anytime. To find out more, visit our website, www.bensenville.il.us. Live, learn, explore. Bensenville Community Television.
The Edge Ice Arena is one of Chicagoland's premier ice skating facilities, featuring world-class skating events for the whole family. The Edge features 3 sheets of NHL regulation size ice, offering skate programs for hockey players, figure skaters, and recreational skaters of all ages. The Edge is also available for private functions and parties accommodating from 10 to 200. Be active, be entertained, be inspired. Experience the spectacular Edge Ice Arena. The Water's Edge Aquatic Center is an indoor aquatic facility attached to the Edge Ice Arena at 545 John Street, offering diving boards and a 13-foot diving well and an 8-lane, 25-yard lap pool ranging from 5 to 6 feet deep. The Water's Edge Aquatic Center is also available for private functions and parties. Be active, be entertained, be inspired. Experience the spectacular Water's Edge Aquatic Center. Bensenville Theater offers state-of-the-art entertainment for the entire family. Located in downtown Bensenville, the 2-screen, all-digital cinema allows moviegoers an intimate setting to view recent Hollywood releases. Available for parties and corporate events, we offer several packages to accommodate every need. For showtimes, call 630-860-1404 or visit our website. Be active, be entertained, be inspired. The Bensenville Theater and Ice Cream Shop.
You're watching Bensenville TV, providing local government programming to residents 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, featuring board meetings, news, events, bulletin boards, and original programming about the services provided by our municipal government and affiliated organizations. Always on, offering community information anytime. To find out more, visit our website, www.bensenville.il.us. Live, learn, explore. Bensenville Community Television.
At this time, I'd like to call to order the meeting of the Village Board for April 11th, 2023. Please join us for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Village Clerk, would you please call the roll?
President DeSimone?
Here.
Trustee Carmona? Here. Trustee Franz? Here. Trustee Fry?
Here.
Trustee Lomax?
Here.
Trustee Penicola?
Here.
Trustee Perez?
Here.
That's 7.
At this time, I'd like to announce the winner of our snowplow naming contest. The winner of our snowplow naming contest, which the name, should have given it to me, Benny the Plow, right? Is that what it is?
Benny the Plow.
Benny the Plow is Lillian Nicole Callahan, right there. Congratulations. And thank you very much. And we have a little plow trophy for you.
Come on up.
Please Made you a little plow trophy. That's for you. Come on, guys. That's for you.
That's cute. Keep full of pennies. Oh, look at the cutie. Oh, she's out. This is our first name plow.
First one.
Thank you so much, guys. You'll see that around town.
Did you see her? She's smiling. That's cute.
At this time, we'll move to public comment. Does anyone wish to address the board? If so, please approach the podium and state your name.
No, we didn't have any.
This will conclude public comment. Is there a motion to approve the minutes from the March 14th, 2023 Village Board meeting?
You have a motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any modifications to the minutes? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Fry?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Penicola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 6.
Motion carries and the minutes are approved. The next item of business is to approve the warrant in the amount of $1,284,877.26. Is there a motion to approve?
You have a motion?
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion on the warrant? Call the roll, please.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Fry?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Penicola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 6.
Motion carries and the warrant is approved. The next item of business is to approve the warrant in the amount of $1,994,134.32. Is there a motion to approve this warrant?
You have a motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Evan, you want to explain why we have 2 warrants?
Yeah, the last meeting in of March was canceled, so it is carried over to this month. We've notified our select vendors that we're gonna have issues with this, and we were able to work around it.
Any other discussion on the warrant? Call the roll, please.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Fry?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Penicola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 6.
Motion carries and the warrant is approved. Would the deputy village clerk please read the 12 ordinances and resolutions on the consent agenda that were discussed at the committee of the whole meeting?
Number 1, ordinance authorizing the Village of Bensenville to borrow funds from the Public Water Supply Loan Program for the Water Supply Pressure Adjusting Station Replacement Project. 2, ordinance authorizing the Village of Bensenville to borrow funds from the Public Works Water Supply Loan Program for the Belmont Avenue and Church Road Water Tower Rehabilitation Project. 3, resolution designating and directing the village manager as the authorized representative to sign PWSLP Public Water Supply Loan Program, loan applications, documents, and all other documents related to the Water Supply Pressure Adjusting Station Replacement Project. 4, resolution designating and directing the village manager as the authorized representative to sign Public Water Supply Loan Program loan application, documents, and all other documents related to the Belmont Avenue and Church Road Water Tower Rehabilitation Project. 5, resolution establishing guidelines and procedures for the 2023 senior/disabled grass cutting program. 6, resolution authorizing the execution of a contract with Thomas Herrera Landscaping for the 2023 senior/disabled grass cutting program. 7, resolution authorizing the execution of a contract with Panoramic Landscaping for the 2023 senior/disabled grass cutting program. 8, resolution authorizing the execution of a contract with LAR Lawn and Ground Corp. for the 2023 senior/disabled grass cutting program. 9, resolution authorizing the execution of a contract with KSK Landscaping and Handyman Corp. for the 2023 senior/disabled grass cutting program. 10, resolution authorizing a facility usage license agreement with Humira Hockey Development, HHD Hockey. 11, resolution authorizing a facility usage license agreement with Play Hockey USA. And 12, resolution authorizing a facility usage license agreement with 200 by 85 LLC for the Chi-Town Shuffle Youth Hockey Tournament.
Is there a motion to approve the 12 ordinances and resolutions listed on the consent agenda as read by the deputy clerk?
You have a motion?
Is there a second?
Second.
Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Fry?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Penicola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 6.
Motion carries and items on the consent agenda are approved. Under administration is a resolution authorizing a retail sales agreement with AVI Systems Incorporated for the senior center build-in the not-to-exceed amount of $164,825. Is there a motion to approve this resolution?
So moved.
Have a motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
There being a motion and a second, do we have discussion?
We have two items on tonight's agenda from our IT contractor, AVI. AVI is the one that provides all of the villages, the microphones in this room, the IT equipment on the walls. This is for the senior center. We want to keep everyone speaking the same language. So the senior center is going to have a significant IT component to it. It's going to be have a big divisible wall with breakout rooms, TVs mounted on the walls, a bring your own device feature where anyone can be able to project up on the screen with their cell phones, computers, whatever device they have. So this will be for the senior center build out. The next item will be for the move of the infrastructure downstairs, upstairs.
Any questions from the board? Call the roll, please.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Fry?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 6.
Motion carries and the resolution is approved. 2 is a resolution authorizing a retail sales agreement with AVI Systems Incorporated for the studio and control room relocation build-in, the not-to-exceed amount of $101,079. Is there a motion to approve this resolution?
You have a motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Being a motion and a second, do we have discussion?
So Anthony Sumner is a expert at this stuff. There are a lot of acronyms that I do not know in this, but I trust that he is correct. Like a Black Magic ATEM. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but it's what keeps the AV flowing downstairs. So that studio that we have downstairs, if you've been there, is pretty technical in nature. You've seen the control room and everything. We're trying to salvage as much of that equipment as possible and bring it upstairs. Some of it we are replacing because now's the opportunity to do that. So we typically would want to bring both these items to a committee of the whole for discussion, but supply chain is still, with electronics, is still a pain, to put it lightly. So we want to get this order in so when we do deliver the senior center and we on time as well as the studio, we can get that back up and operating.
Any questions from our board? Call the roll, please.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Fry?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 6.
Motion carries and the resolution is approved. 3 is a resolution of the Village of Bensenville, DuPage, and Cook County, Illinois, approving the temporary appointment of the village manager to the office of village treasurer. Is there a motion to approve this resolution?
You have a motion.
Do I have a second?
You have a second.
Being a motion and a second, do we have discussion?
So if you're a municipal geek like myself, you could talk about the historic nature of the treasurer in the Illinois Code for a long time. Back in the olden days when we were just farmland, towns had a town marshal to arrest hobos and treasurer to cut checks. Some of that language still lingers around in the municipal code. So we have to appoint, the Village of Bensenville appoints a treasurer. I historically have had the finance director serve in that position with Julie announcing her resignation. There are legal things in the Illinois Code that must be accomplished, such as the treasurer's report, which is published annually. It will occur during this period. So we are temporarily appointing me as the interim just to make sure we don't miss out on any of those state required deadlines. I anticipate fully when we bring the finance director on, we'll give that person that title.
Any questions from the board?
No.
Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Fry?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 6.
Motion carries, resolution is approved. 4 is a resolution authorizing the execution of a proposal with GovHR USA for the Village of Bensenville Finance Director recruitment and selection process for the not-to-exceed amount of $28,000. Is there a motion to approve?
You have a motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Of all the senior management positions within municipal government right now, finance director is the most difficult one to hire. They are in high demand. That's why one of the reasons we're losing our beloved Julie McManus to another town. So it's appropriate for us to bring in a consultant that specializes in the recruitment of municipal positions, specifically the finance director. Now is not a great time to go out looking for a finance director. There are several other towns also looking for finance directors. So we want to make sure that we're attracting the cream of the crop and going through GovHR, who is the preeminent executive recruiter for municipal government in Illinois, is the way to go. So this is a contract to bring them on to make sure we get the most qualified individual to serve one of our most important positions.
Any questions from the board? Call the roll, please.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Fry?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's six.
Motion carries and the resolution is approved. Under Community and Economic Development, ordinance authorizing the vacation of a public alley dividing the existing parcels within the property commonly known as 1180 West Irving Park Road. Is there a motion to approve?
Give a
Have
motion.
a second.
Second.
Being a motion, a second. Curtis?
Yeah, so if you remember from a previous CDC and village board approval, we approved for a storage facility to go on this property. This is next to 83 and Speedway on Irving Park Road. So there's an old alley right away that kind of bisects all the developer's own parcels here that we need to vacate. There are no plans, obviously, for the village to use this right away. We need to get this one approved. You'll see later this month on CDC agenda is their plat of subdivision. So we're bringing this one forward today to vacate officially, and then they're going to come back through with a full plat of sub to subdivide the entire parcel into one.
Okay.
Any questions from the board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Fry?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's six.
Motion carries and ordinance is passed. Under Recreation, there's a resolution authorizing the execution of a change order with, oh, that passed. Yep, sorry. Let's take that.
Must be gone
Oh,
already.
sorry. Finance, discussion concerning the discount rate utilized for the police pension fund. Who's discussing that?
Julie?
Okay. Okay, staff wants to bring forward a recommendation and tell you about their intent to change the discount rate on the police pension fund as we move forward. And we wanted to discuss it with you because it's a fairly significant financial assumption that's used. The police pension plan is more than a $40 million plan. And what the discount rate does is it basically tells how much we are required to pay as a village out of our village funds after, in fact, that discount rate is applied to existing funds. So if we have 20 million in the bank and we've currently had a 7% fund, they assume the interest and then they back into how much the village owes. When you change your discount rate, what you're doing is allowing it to change how much you have to contribute in any given year, and we didn't want to do that without board discussion at some level. Usually when you lower your discount rate, you're saying you're going to get more on the investment side, so it increases your village contribution. We're recommending that we bring our discount rate from 7% to 6.75% to be consistent with the pool that took the money over, the investment pool that took it over last year. Normally that would increase what we have to put in, but because we did our surplus plan, that kicked out money last year to the extent of $6.3 million. And this year, we're probably looking at well over $1 million going into it again. It will mitigate any increase we would get, and we should still see lower payments because of those two plans. So we're recommending at this stage of the game to go to the 6.75. I have to tell the actuary now so that it can be incorporated into audit findings here at the end.
This is a more conservative approach for the fund itself. And again, we couldn't have done this and absorbed it without the hard work that we did putting all that money extra at the pension fund. So this is going to make that fund more robust in years to come. And this is the time to do it because of the work we've made against the police pension shortfall.
There is no action on this one unless you
It's
guys
just a
require it.
discussion, correct.
Okay, got it.
So do I have the consensus of the board that this is the right direction to go to make sure that we continue to fund the police pension at the
I
appropriate?
believe so.
Okay. All right, Julie. Thank you.
On to Recreation, resolution authorizing the execution of a change order number 1 with Midwest Sport and Turf Systems for an increase of $110,440 for the field turf installation project for a revised contract cost of $535,440. Is there a motion to approve?
Give a motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Being a motion and the second, do you want to discuss this, please?
Sean?
Yeah, so when they originally removed the top layer of the turf, they found that the base E layer had buckled badly and hardened considerably. There were multiple cracks, fractures, and divots that were discovered. After further review, the base E layer is over 20 years old and has a shelf life of approximately 20 years. The company presented us with two options, demoing and disposal of the E-layer and adding an inch of the topstone and fine grading, or adding a half inch of the topstone and adding a shock pad for $190,000. We went with the less expensive yet still safe to play option of $110,440. And that brings the final construction amount to $535,440, and that is $40,000 under the budgeted amount.
Great.
This is one of those things that we're making a big investment with the turf itself. We wanted to make sure that we preserve that investment and do it right. I got some questions from the board about, how do we not see this coming? It's one of those type of things where you only see it once you pull the turf back, and there's no amount of spot checking that would have prevented this. So pulled the turf off, saw the buckle, and now we're going to do it right.
Any questions from the board? Call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Fry?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 6.
Motion carries. The resolution is approved. Presidential remarks. Congratulations are in order to Rosa, Nick, and Marie on their Election Day win. Congratulations. Nice work. Thank you. As the construction continues here at Village Hall for our new senior and community center, for everyone's safety, we ask that you do not enter the designated tarped-off areas, and thank you again for your patience during this transition. Our next senior lunch will be May 2nd at Green Street Grill. The cost is $5. Doors open at 10 a.m. and lunch is served at 11. For more information, please call the senior hotline at 630-350-3426. The village will once again offer free mulch delivery to its residents. Mulch deliveries will begin on May 8th. A completed application and signed waiver are required. The completed paperwork must be submitted to Public Works by May 3rd, so please see the village website for applications and more information. The schedule for this year's Music in the Park series has been posted. The free Family Summer Concert Series, located right here in downtown Bensenville, will begin June 14th with the 80s classic rock band Ara. Please download the complete schedule from the village website or stop by the Village Hall for a printed copy. That will conclude presidential remarks. Village manager's report.
I have 3 items tonight, Your Honor. The village is currently conducting a water service line survey as a result of the recently passed Illinois Lead Service Line Replacement Notification Act. As part of this law, Illinois communities such as Bensenville must conduct a water service line materials inventory and submit to the state. We are asking all village residents to help us gather information on the water service lines. Saturday appointments are now available. Please visit the village website for instructions on reporting your information or to schedule an appointment. So we did schedule, we are allowing we did some reshuffling of Public Works, and we have Public Works employees working on Saturdays so we can get these inspections done, try to accommodate resident schedules. Next item is the Republic Services has begun the 2023 brush pickup each week through November. Please place your, is it each week? Each week? Okay. Oh, it's Republic, yes. Please place your yard waste labeled can or biodegradable paper bag to the curb with your regular garbage for weekly pickup. Yard waste only stickers are available for free here at Village Hall. And then the third item, I know I've gotten some questions from the board and residents about the airport. We did some digging on this. We're always monitoring this. And if you think that there's an increased number of airplanes over Hillside Drive, you are correct. Our aviation consultant did some analysis, and we found that 67% of all airport operations are occurring on the southern airfield. O'Hare always told us once we build the northern airfield, it will give us more balance. So with 2/3 of the flight on the southern airfield, we found it is now appropriate. We approached the Chicago Department of Aviation, and their CDA made it very clear they're in charge of the pavement itself. The FAA is in charge of using it. So the CDA said, we built the runways. It's the FAA that's not using them. Personally, as a good government guy, they spent billions of dollars building these new runways. They're not using them. So last week, the mayor and I sent a joint letter to the acting regional FAA administrator, Joe Minacci, asking him why they're not using that northern airfield like they should. They are using it. We know airplanes can land on it, so every one of those runways is getting usage. So why is it so heavily skewed towards the southern airfield? To me, it's a compatible land use question. The north of Bensenville is industrial. Put planes over it. The south is residential. Don't fly over it. So this is not what was contemplated. We're going to keep pushing on this. I don't expect we're going to get a robust answer from the FAA, but we're continuing to keep the pressure on. This is an important one for us. That concludes my report, Mr. President.
You have a village attorney's report.
I have no report, Mr. President.
Any unfinished business to come before the board tonight?
There is none.
Any new business to come before the board tonight?
There is none.
Do we have a need for executive session?
There is none.
Is there a motion to adjourn?
You have a
Do
motion?
I have a second?
Second.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Fry?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez? That's six.
Yes. Yes. Motion carries. We are adjourned. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
The Edge Ice Arena is one of Chicagoland's premier ice skating facilities, featuring world-class skating events for the whole family. The Edge features 3 sheets of NHL regulation size ice, offering skate programs for hockey players, figure skaters, and recreational skaters of all ages. The Edge is also available for private functions and parties accommodating from 10 to 200. Be active, be entertained, be inspired. Experience the spectacular Edge Ice Arena. The Water's Edge Aquatic Center is an indoor aquatic facility attached to the Edge Ice Arena at 545 John Street, offering diving boards and a 13-foot diving well and an 8-lane, 25-yard lap pool ranging from 5 to 6 feet deep. The Water's Edge Aquatic Center is also available for private functions and parties. Be active, be entertained, be inspired. Experience the spectacular Water's Edge Aquatic Center. Bensenville Theater offers state-of-the-art entertainment for the entire family. Located in downtown Bensenville, the two-screen, all-digital cinema allows moviegoers an intimate setting to view recent Hollywood releases. Available for parties and corporate events, we offer several packages to accommodate every need. For showtimes, call 630-860-1404 or visit our website. Be active, be entertained, be inspired. The Bensenville Theater and Ice Cream Shop.
You're watching Bensenville TV, providing local government programming to residents 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, featuring board meetings, news, events, bulletin boards, and original programming about the services provided by our municipal government and affiliated organizations. Always on, offering community information anytime. To find out more, visit our website, www.bensenville.il.us. Live, learn, explore. Bensenville Community Television.
The Edge Ice Arena is one of Chicagoland's premier ice skating facilities, featuring world-class skating events for the whole family. The Edge features 3 sheets of NHL regulation size ice, offering skate programs for hockey players, figure skaters, and recreational skaters of all ages. The Edge is also available for private functions and parties accommodating from 10 to 200. Be active, be entertained, be inspired. Experience the spectacular Edge Ice Arena. The Water's Edge Aquatic Center is an indoor aquatic facility attached to the Edge Ice Arena at 545 John Street, offering diving boards and a 13-foot diving well and an 8-lane, 25-yard lap pool ranging from 5 to 6 feet deep. The Water's Edge Aquatic Center is also available for private functions and parties. Be active, be entertained, be inspired. Experience the spectacular Water's Edge Aquatic Center. Bensenville Theater offers state-of-the-art entertainment for the entire family. Located in downtown Bensenville, the 2-screen, all-digital cinema allows moviegoers an intimate setting to view recent Hollywood releases. Available for parties and corporate events, we offer several packages to accommodate every need. For showtimes, call 630-860-1404 or visit our website. Be active, be entertained, be inspired. The Bensenville Theater and Ice Cream Shop.
You're watching Bensenville TV, providing local government programming to residents 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, featuring board meetings, news, events, bulletin boards, and original programming about the services provided by our municipal government and affiliated organizations. Always on, offering community information anytime. To find out more, visit our website, www.bensenville.il.us. Live, learn, explore. Bensenville Community Television.
The Edge Ice Arena is one of Chicagoland's premier ice skating facilities, featuring world-class skating events for the whole family. The Edge features 3 sheets of NHL regulation size ice, offering skate programs for hockey players, figure skaters, and recreational skaters of all ages. The Edge is also available for private functions and parties accommodating from 10 to 200. Be active, be entertained, be inspired. Experience the spectacular Edge Ice Arena. The Water's Edge Aquatic Center is an indoor aquatic facility attached to the Edge Ice Arena at 545 John Street, offering diving boards and a 13-foot diving well and an 8-lane, 25-yard lap pool ranging from 5 to 6 feet deep. The Water's Edge Aquatic Center is also available for private functions and parties. Be active, be entertained, be inspired. Experience the spectacular Water's Edge Aquatic Center. Bensenville Theater offers state-of-the-art entertainment for the entire family. Located in downtown Bensenville, the 2-screen, all-digital cinema allows moviegoers an intimate setting to view recent Hollywood releases. Available for parties and corporate events, we offer several packages to accommodate every need. For showtimes, call 630-860-1404 or visit our website. Be active, be entertained, be inspired. The Bensenville Theater and Ice Cream Shop.
You're watching Bensenville TV, providing local government programming to residents 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, featuring board meetings, news, events, bulletin boards, and original programming about the services provided by our municipal government and affiliated organizations. Always on, offering community information anytime. To find out more, visit our website, www.bensenville.il.us. Live, learn, explore. Bensenville Community Television.
The Edge Ice Arena is one of Chicagoland's premier ice skating facilities, featuring world-class skating events for the whole family. The Edge features 3 sheets of NHL regulation size ice, offering skate programs for hockey players, figure skaters, and recreational skaters of all ages. The Edge is also available for private functions and parties accommodating from 10 to 200. Be active, be entertained, be inspired. Experience the spectacular Edge Ice Arena. The Water's Edge Aquatic Center is an indoor aquatic facility attached to the Edge Ice Arena at 545 John Street, offering diving boards and a 13-foot diving well and an 8-lane, 25-yard lap pool ranging from 5 to 6 feet deep. The Water's Edge Aquatic Center is also available for private functions and parties. Be active, be entertained, be inspired. Experience the spectacular Water's Edge Aquatic Center. Bensenville Theater offers state-of-the-art entertainment for the entire family. Located in downtown Bensenville, the 2-screen, all-digital cinema allows moviegoers an intimate setting to view recent Hollywood releases. Available for parties and corporate events, we offer several packages to accommodate every need. For showtimes, call 630-860-1404 or visit our website. Be active, be entertained, be inspired. The Bensenville Theater and Ice Cream Shop.
You're watching Bensenville TV, providing local government programming to residents 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, featuring board meetings, news, events, bulletin boards, and original programming about the services provided by our municipal government and affiliated organizations. Always on, offering community information anytime. To find out more, visit our website, www.bensenville.il.us. Live, learn, explore. Bensenville Community Television.
The Edge Ice Arena is one of Chicagoland's premier ice skating facilities, featuring world-class skating events for the whole family. The Edge features 3 sheets of NHL regulation size ice, offering skate programs for hockey players, figure skaters, and recreational skaters of all ages. The Edge is also available for private functions and parties accommodating from 10 to 200. Be active, be entertained, be inspired. Experience the spectacular Edge Ice Arena. The Water's Edge Aquatic Center is an indoor aquatic facility attached to the Edge Ice Arena at 545 John Street, offering diving boards and a 13-foot diving well and an 8-lane, 25-yard lap pool ranging from 5 to 6 feet deep. The Water's Edge Aquatic Center is also available for private functions and parties. Be active, be entertained, be inspired. Experience the spectacular Water's Edge Aquatic Center. Bensenville Theater offers state-of-the-art entertainment for the entire family. Located in downtown Bensenville, the 2-screen, all-digital cinema allows moviegoers an intimate setting to view recent Hollywood releases. Available for parties and corporate events, we offer several packages to accommodate every need. For showtimes, call 630-860-1404 or visit our website. Be active, be entertained, be inspired. The Bensenville Theater and Ice Cream Shop.
You're watching Bensenville TV, providing local government programming to residents 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, featuring board meetings, news, events, bulletin boards, and original programming about the services provided by our municipal government and affiliated organizations. Always on, offering community information anytime. To find out more, visit our website, www.bensenville.il.us. Live, learn, explore. Bensenville Community Television.
The Edge Ice Arena is one of Chicagoland's premier ice skating facilities, featuring world-class skating events for the whole family. The Edge features 3 sheets of NHL regulation size ice, offering skate programs for hockey players, figure skaters, and recreational skaters of all ages. The Edge is also available for private functions and parties accommodating from 10 to 200. Be active, be entertained, be inspired. Experience the spectacular Edge Ice Arena. The Water's Edge Aquatic Center is an indoor aquatic facility attached to the Edge Ice Arena at 545 John Street, offering diving boards and a 13-foot diving well and an 8-lane, 25-yard lap pool ranging from 5 to 6 feet deep. The Water's Edge Aquatic Center is also available for private functions and parties. Be active, be entertained, be inspired. Experience the spectacular Water's Edge Aquatic Center. Bensenville Theater offers state-of-the-art entertainment for the entire family. Located in downtown Bensenville, the 2-screen, all-digital cinema allows moviegoers an intimate setting to view recent Hollywood releases. Available for parties and corporate events, we offer several packages to accommodate every need. For showtimes, call 630-860-1404 or visit our website. Be active, be entertained, be inspired. The Bensenville Theater and Ice Cream Shop.
You're watching Bensenville TV, providing local government programming to residents 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, featuring board meetings, news, events, bulletin boards, and original programming about the services provided by our municipal government and affiliated organizations. Always on, offering community information anytime. To find out more, visit our website, www.bensenville.il.us. Live, learn, explore. Bensenville Community Television.
The Edge Ice Arena is one of Chicagoland's premier ice skating facilities, featuring world-class skating events for the whole family. The Edge features 3 sheets of NHL regulation size ice, offering skate programs for hockey players, figure skaters, and recreational skaters of all ages. The Edge is also available for private functions and parties accommodating from 10 to 200. Be active, be entertained, be inspired. Experience the spectacular Edge Ice Arena. The Water's Edge Aquatic Center is an indoor aquatic facility attached to the Edge Ice Arena at 545 John Street, offering diving boards and a 13-foot diving well and an 8-lane, 25-yard lap pool ranging from 5 to 6 feet deep. The Water's Edge Aquatic Center is also available for private functions and parties. Be active, be entertained, be inspired. Experience the spectacular Water's Edge Aquatic Center.
Welcome to Spotlight on Bensenville School District 2. My name is Laura Schwartz and I'm the Community Liaison for Bensenville School District 2. I'm here today with a program that is near and dear to my heart, Project Care. And with me are these wonderful ladies that I get to work with, Sue Vitale and Lisa Simoncelli. And later in the show, we'll introduce you to Laura Butts as well. The reason why I say Project Care is near and dear to my heart is because I've been working with this program for 20 years. Started out as a volunteer and then moved into facilitator, and now I oversee the program with these wonderful ladies. So tell me who you are, what school you facilitate Project Care at, and how long you've been with the district. So we're going to start out with you, Sue.
Thank you so much. I am Sue Vitale, and I'm the care facilitator at Blackhawk Middle School, which is grades 6 through 8.
And how long have you been with the district?
Very long, 20 plus years.
Absolutely, yeah. I think I started shortly after you did, so that's wonderful. You got me on board, so.
Yes, we were kind of lucky that we grew this program together.
It was awesome. It's awesome.
For sure.
Lisa Simon-Selly, tell me what school you're from and how long you've been with the district.
I am at Johnson School, which is kindergarten through 5th grade, and I've been with the district almost 14 years.
Awesome. That's great, and it's wonderful to work with you ladies.
Thank you.
So Project Care started out 27 years ago. So even before we started the program, it started as a pilot program that we started at Tioga School that started with 6 community members, and it was called HOST. It was Help One Student to Succeed. Now that program has changed. Sue, could you tell us about how that program has changed?
So when it was HOST, Helping One Student to Succeed, we had our volunteers from the community, like you said, come in and work with the students just in reading, just to help them become more successful with their reading. And the principals would decide which students should be part of the program. And then the volunteer would work with one particular student 1 day a week, each week for the whole year. So then they really got to know each other, form a bond, and the student became a more successful reader that way.
Yes, but now how has it evolved now that it is not HOST, but it's Project Care?
So Project Care now, CARE stands for Citizens Active in Reading Education. And now we've added the plus too. So it's not only Project Care, but Project Care Plus. So we have volunteers coming in to work with our students in all subject areas. We mainly need people for reading and math, but they can come in and help out with various subjects that we have in our district. And CARE is Citizens Active in Reading Education, but the plus, like I said, brings in all subjects.
Yeah, and it's a push-in program now, so it's affecting a lot more students than when we were HOST and we were pulling out one student. Because if I remember correctly, when it was HOST, we only affected maybe 24 students, 25 students roughly per school, and now we're affecting whole classrooms of students, just depending upon how the volunteer works with the teacher and works with the students.
That's right. So then the volunteers now, since it's a push in, they go into the classroom. They're working under the guidance of a teacher, and they could be working one-on-one like they did, previously in the HOST program, or they could work with a small group, or just, meander, work with the whole class.
It's awesome. I have to say we're touching the lives of more students. And,
we are, yes.
And affecting them and seeing their growth. So it's really exciting.
So it's not just for reading, but we're having, a lot of success in math. And, at the middle school, I have a lot of volunteers coming in for science and social studies as well, and for PE. So there's just a lot more possibilities. And then the teachers can decide which of their students need the extra help and who the volunteer should work with. So, it kind of takes it out of the administration, and we kind of zone in on the kids, that really need that extra help.
That's awesome. And I think, too, what's great about the program, too, is that not only are we focusing on the kids who need that extra push, but also the kids who are exceeding, and we're able to keep them motivated and keep them on task to keep on exceeding. So I think it really just depends on how the teacher works with the mentor and the students.
Definitely. So yeah, it's been a great thing. So it's opened up so many possibilities, and our teachers have been fabulous in finding really creative ways to use the volunteers to work with their students. And like Mrs. Schwartz said, in different ways. It might not be just struggling students. It might be somebody that, needed just a little help, and just, spend a little time working with them just so that they understood things a little bit better.
Yeah, exactly. We're talking a lot about the volunteer. Lisa, tell me about who are our volunteers?
Oh, I would love to. So we have some fabulous volunteers. First from the community. So we have parents, grandparents, just neighbors of the schools, so Bensenville and Wooddale. We have other non-community members that come from as far as Wheaton, Oak Brook, Niles, Villa Park, West Chicago, just all the suburbs. We have 3 colleges we work closely with. We have Elmhurst University, College of DuPage, and Lewis University. Bensenville Library is one of our partners, Fenton High School. We also have Semblex, which is a corporate partner, which is great to get corporations on board. They send their employees. The employees come maybe on their lunchtime, they work with our students, so it's a win-win.
It definitely is. And a lot of those employees, will be paid for coming over because the employer wants to support education.
Correct.
Wants to support the volunteerism. So it's wonderful to have those types of volunteers coming as well.
It is.
And to see how much it has grown from the beginning. And now the fact that we can get into different schools and talk to the students that want to become educators and offer them an experience to come in and work under the guidance of a teacher and work with our students. It's just a fantastic program. And, I think we're really lucky that we've had administrators kind of help push us in the right direction to make this work so successfully.
Absolutely. So we mentioned as being one of the volunteers, Fenton High School, and the different colleges. How do they get involved in the program? How do you see them involved in the program?
Well, first they would always have to come and fill out our application form. We do have a background check form that needs to be filled in and turned into our district office. But when somebody wants to get involved and they fill out our application form, they're going to tell us what subject area they're interested in helping out with, what grade level they would like to work with, and what time they have available. And we, as a facilitator, we will look for a time that works for them and the teacher, and then we'll create a schedule. So the volunteer then would just come in that one time, maybe it could be like 9 o'clock in the morning, same time every week, and get to know the students and the teacher. And then they just seem to form a really great bond and getting to know the students. And the students look so forward to seeing the volunteers coming in each and every week so that they can work with them.
Yeah, it's great. With Fenton coming in for the early childhood education piece, these are high school students who want to be teachers, who hopefully we will see go through the ranks, whether it's going to College of DuPage and then over to Elmhurst University or Lewis University, and then we get to see them back as they're getting their field experience hours. So it's really great to see that progression, and it's just such a wonderful pipeline to be able to share. Well, I appreciate
so exciting for us when we get our former students that come back. They're going to College of DuPage, and they want to become teachers, and they want to come and volunteer. That's always so exciting to see them that are going in the right direction and have a career in mind for education. So, and the volunteers that we get, they just give so freely of their time. And, they have a lot of things going on in their lives, but they're able to fit in, an hour a week. And it's a special time for the volunteer and for us to have them with us.
Yeah, for sure. I have to agree. I mean, it is definitely a win-win situation for our program, for the future teachers, for our teachers and our students. So it's a great program. Well, we're going to take a break right now. When we return, we will introduce you to our other valuable team member, Laura Butts. We'll be back.
I'm a huge fan of the Project Care program. I've had many Project Care volunteers in my classroom over the years.
If I did not have my Project Care volunteers, I would not be able to be the teacher that I am and get all of the students the needs that they have and get them all met.
Our students have had a lot of interrupted learning over the past couple years, and our care volunteers have helped support my teaching by filling in gaps in student learning.
I love getting to work with Project CARE, and every mentor that I've had the privilege of working with has quickly become part of our classroom family and has been very involved in our classroom routines.
I myself was a CARE mentor, and now I use CARE mentors in my classroom during writing. I have them work with these little discussion cards where they help my students pick different word choices or correct or edit their writing.
One thing that CARE mentors can do is help students with fluency by using fluency flashcards, and this can help students by hearing someone read back to them, and it can also build their fluency.
I have my Project CARE mentors work on flashcards, math, or literacy games with my students. I also have them pull small groups of students or float around the classroom just to be an extra set of eyes and ears to help wherever it is needed.
When I have CARE mentors, one thing that I give them to work on with the students are either math games or math flashcards.
I use CARE volunteers for our reading centers, so they help with literacy, reading, spelling, and writing.
I'm here to support them, give them feedback and answer any questions that they have so that they can kind of get their feet wet and start to work with students and become more familiar in a quote-unquote teacher role, because that's what they're working toward.
So I think that the CARE Volunteer Program is amazing, and everybody has different skills they can bring to it that are going to be valuable for the students, and I hope that you will consider being a part of it.
So welcome back to Spotlight on Bensenville District 2, where today I'm joined by the ladies of Project CARE. Laura, as you can see, has just joined us for the second segment. So Laura, tell us about your work at your school and then how long you've been with the district.
I'm the facilitator at Tioga School, and I have been with the district for 12 years.
And prior to you starting in the district, you were also a volunteer with Project CARE, correct?
Yes, I was.
Yeah. You worked at Johnson School with Sue being the facilitator. And how long were you a mentor for?
I think I was a mentor for 4 years.
Yes. That's awesome. That commitment, and then that moving over to the program as a facilitator, I mean, you've really seen the sides of it. So thank you so much for being here with us today. Before we broke, we were talking a little bit about our volunteers. How many volunteers, or would you say, is in the program for a school year on average?
On average, we have around 300. Right now, we're at 164. After second semester recruiting at the colleges, we're on track to hit our goal of over 300 volunteers.
That's so exciting, because these were pre-pandemic numbers, and so to be back up there in this short amount of time, that's super exciting, and it speaks a lot for all the work that you guys do for the program. So that's really exciting. During the pandemic, we still operated Project CARE, and that was exciting to be able to see. I think, how many volunteers would you say we had during the pandemic?
During COVID, we had around 40 volunteers over Zoom helping our students.
I mean, that was fantastic. So not only did we have volunteers, but you girls jumped in along with Lisa, and we're there on Zoom and assisting teachers and assisting students, and it was definitely a team affair. So that was exciting to see that you guys were able to jump in uncharted territory. So thank you for that.
Well, I think it was fun for us to be kind of like the volunteer and, to work with our students. Difficult situations. It was a little bit challenging via Zoom, but it was kind of an honor for us to be able to do that and to keep things going as much as possible, and to support our teachers that were working so hard, and to help the students as much as possible, because it was a difficult situation.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
One last question. If someone's watching today wants to volunteer their time, what would you tell them?
Well, first of all, I think it would be great if you would love to come into our schools and talk to one of us as facilitators so that we could, talk to you one-on-one and show you around the school if you'd like that. But what you could do is go onto our district website, which will be provided for you, our Bensenville School District 2 website, and you can let us know by filling out forms. Mrs. Schwartz she'll take care of anybody that's interested. If you want to fill out our form, she'll get that. And then depending on the school the grade level that you want to work with, she'll let us know who we get to work with. And it's pretty simple. We love parent involvement. We love people that are retired to come in and spend some time with us, and members of the community. We just need all walks of life to work with these students. We have a lot of needs for our students to help them to succeed. So I would highly recommend getting involved with our program. I think you're going to love it just because I've seen how wonderful it is for our volunteers. They keep coming back because it's so wonderful for them to be able to work with our students and see them in the neighborhood around and see familiar faces. Our volunteers love when they're recognized by the students.
Thank you. So I want to thank you ladies for coming on Spotlight on Bensenville School District 2. It's a pleasure to have you here today. For more information, either about Project Care, something you've heard today on our show, or anything that we're doing as a school district, please visit our website, and we look forward to spending more time with you on the next Spotlight for Bensenville School District 2.
Bensenville Theater offers state-of-the-art entertainment for the entire family. Located in downtown Bensenville, the 2-screen, all-digital cinema allows moviegoers an intimate setting to view recent Hollywood releases. Available for parties and corporate events, we offer several packages to accommodate every need. For showtimes, call 630-860-1404 or visit our website. Be active, be entertained, be inspired. The Bensenville Theater and Ice Cream Shop.
You're watching Bensenville TV, providing local government programming to residents 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, featuring board meetings, news, events, bulletin boards, and original programming about the services provided by our municipal government and affiliated organizations. Always on, offering community information anytime. To find out more, visit our website, www.bensenville.il.us. Live, learn, explore. Bensenville Community Television.
The Edge Ice Arena is one of Chicagoland's premier ice skating facilities, featuring world-class skating events for the whole family. The Edge features 3 sheets of NHL regulation size ice, offering skate programs for hockey players, figure skaters, and recreational skaters of all ages. The Edge is also available for private functions and parties accommodating from 10 to 200. Be active, be entertained, be inspired. Experience the spectacular Edge Ice Arena. The Water's Edge Aquatic Center is an indoor aquatic facility attached to the Edge Ice Arena at 545 John Street, offering diving boards and a 13-foot diving well and an 8-lane, 25-yard lap pool ranging from 5 to 6 feet deep. The Water's Edge Aquatic Center is also available for private functions and parties. Be active, be entertained, be inspired. Experience the spectacular Water's Edge Aquatic Center. Bensenville Theater offers state-of-the-art entertainment for the entire family. Located in downtown Bensenville, the two-screen, all-digital cinema allows moviegoers an intimate setting to view recent Hollywood releases. Available for parties and corporate events, we offer several packages to accommodate every need. For showtimes, call 630-860-1404 or visit our website. Be active, be entertained, be inspired. The Bensenville Theater and Ice Cream Shop.
Hello and welcome to Spotlight in Bensenville. My name is Frank D. Simone, Village President and your host for this episode. Today we'll be discussing the work of local government with our guest, Evan Summers, Village Manager. Evan, welcome to the show.
It's good to be here again, Mayor.
So, let's just jump right into taxes. When should I expect to receive my DuPage County property tax bill?
So tax bills come out twice a year, come out in 2 installments. The next installment coming up is April 30th. So we've got a few months until they come out. But April 30th is when they're going to be mailed out, and they'll hit mailbox. They'll hit your mailbox shortly thereafter.
And when are they due?
The first installment is due June 1st, and the second one is September 1st.
Now, so when I'm in the Jewel and I get approached by some of our residents, they kind of say, you know, you raised my taxes. I mean, tell us, how are the property tax bills, how is the amount determined?
Yeah, so the property tax bill is one bill, but it's representing the tax levies of numerous different government agencies. So while the Village of Bensenville is one of those agencies, there's other ones, everyone from DuPage County, both Bensenville school districts are on there, our park district, our library district, the DuPage County Forest Preserve is on there. Even the DuPage County Airport all the way out in West Chicago that I've never been to, I don't know if you've ever been there, that's on our tax bill. So it's one tax bill for numerous levels of government.
And my tax bill is probably around maybe $70, we'll just say $7,800. What part of that $7,800 is the Village of Bensenville's tax? What do we get out of that?
So that $700 to $800, so it was, your tax bill is about $7,000, about $700, 10% of that comes back to the village. The vast majority of your tax bill is education. It's not just at one school district, it's both school districts, College of DuPage is on there. So that's about 70% of the tax bill. The village is about 10%. The fire district is around 10%, and the other ones make up the remainder.
I looked at my tax bill from year to year. I think the village's portion I paid from, I want to say, was the previous 2 years, $24 more, I think I paid from year to year.
That sounds about right. Under your leadership, one of our prerogatives is to try to regulate what we can on our portion of that bill. We can't tell other taxing bodies what to do, but definitely we want to control what's within our span of control, and that's our target is to raise property taxes no more than 2%, usually 1%. We got away with a couple of 0% there. That's difficult to do. I gotta say, as a city manager, it's difficult to do that because we know things are getting more expensive.
Correct.
So the only way we can manage around that is if property tax bills grow at 1%, we've got to create efficiencies elsewhere. That involves growing the tax base and then also creating those efficiencies operationally.
Let's talk a little bit about tax levy. Who sets each taxing body's tax levy?
Every single taxing body has the right, authority, and responsibility to set their own tax rate. So the elected people on your ballots are the ones that are setting your taxes for the year.
How can residents find out a little bit more about the local government and their various taxing bodies?
First off, I love talking about local government and taxing, so give me a call. I'll talk your ear off about tax policy. It's great. If you don't want to talk to me, and I get it, head over to our website, bensenville.il.us, and there's information in our transparency section about where your money is being spent for the village portion.
I know we have a couple more questions. We need to take a quick break. Hope you can hang out with us.
100%, going nowhere.
We'll be right back after this short commercial break.
Your community water system is responsible for supplying safe drinking water. After the water is treated, it's delivered to you through a network of pipes called the Water Distribution System. This piping system supplies your home with clean water. A property's water service line connects to the village's water distribution. The water service can contain many different parts and materials. Maintaining a water service is a shared responsibility. The village maintains the service from the water main to the B-box. The homeowner maintains the service line from the B-box to the house. New Illinois and federal regulations require communities to identify the materials of every water service line. As a property owner, you can assist by identifying your water service line material as it enters your home and reporting the material back to your community. There are 2 easy tests you could do at home if you believe you have either galvanized steel or a lead water service line. First is a scratch test. Taking a quarter or a screwdriver, scratch a portion of the pipe. If the scraped area remains a dull gray color, the pipe is made of galvanized steel. If the scraped area is a shiny silver and flakes off, your pipe is made of lead. Second test is the magnet test. A magnet will not stick to a PVC, copper, or lead pipe. However, galvanized steel is slightly magnetic. If a magnet does stick to the pipe, it is galvanized steel. Once you identify your water service line material as it enters your home, you should contact your community water service system to learn about the next steps and resources that may be available to you.
Hi there. I want to take you on a journey through a community powered by C-Click Fix. Here, internal operations are streamlined with more intuitive, secure workflows and communications. Here, let me show you how it all works. C-Click Fix organizes, tracks, and manages service requests from everyday citizens through a single application. When they see a problem, a few clicks is all it takes to send off a service request. From there, the right people get the request and get to work. All communication and task management is seamlessly coordinated through the app. Citizens can see the work being done and even receive a follow-up message when the work is completed. It's a team effort all around, and you have the data you need to make better decisions. Cities large and small use C-Click Fix to accomplish more for their citizens with the staff, time, and budget they've already got. Get started today.
Hello, welcome back to Spotlight in Bensenville. My name is Frank DeSimone, Village President, and your host for this episode. Today we will be discussing the work of local government with our guest, Evan Summers, Village Manager. Welcome back.
Good to be here.
So our last segment, we talked about how the village gets 10% of the tax bill.
Mm-hmm.
Out of that 10%, what do our residents get for? What do we get for that 10%?
I think that's a great question to ask, and I'll actually defend the value of these taxes. I think it's a great value, and we work really hard to deliver value to our residents because the level of service for that 10%, so if you are paying between $5,000 or $7,000, so $500 and $700 a year to the village and property taxes, you get an amazing service of the Bensenville Police Department, which is we always have sworn police officers 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, every holiday. We've got Bensenville sworn, highly trained police officers at your service a call away. We also have our Public Works Department, which is out there right now plowing snow. They're delivering clean water, they're fixing potholes, trimming trees. You also have our special events that are going on that are almost exclusively free to our residents to come to any of our special events. That's being paid for with those property taxes. So for $500 to $700 a year, it's an incredible value. We really try to punch up in the level of service that we offer our residents. I don't think many towns deliver the services that we can deliver for the price that we charge.
The senior snowplow is part of that.
Senior
Senior grass crowding, I mean, that's all part of that.
Yep, the operations, our village hall staff is here to take your call every day of the week. They're being paid out of those property taxes. So I always say that we have 3 things that we always must deliver, and that's we need to arrest the bad guys, deliver clean water, and keep the streets clear. And that's what we focus on first and foremost. Everything else is additional, but it's still a great value for those property taxes. We try to stretch every dollar like it's our own.
Absolutely. So how can this be that each taxing body sets its own levy limits? The Village of Bensenville and the other taxing bodies are in the village limits.
For sure, and it's a complicated question. These are separately elected boards. They're completely independent. And yes, we get along great with our other elected officials, but they're independent. They have a responsibility to set their own tax levy. So the school boards, I know, spends a lot of time working on their budget and setting that tax levy, just like we spend a lot of time working on ours. But that's we're independent. The school board doesn't tell us what to do with our tax policy, and we don't tell the school board what to do with their taxes.
I mean, I know we've slimmed down. I mean, we're lean, as you like to say it. So I mean, we've gotten as lean as we can be, and we're still surviving to keep the tax dollar amount as low as possible.
We're living within our means.
Correct.
We know times are tight out there, and so we are responsive to that. And if when times are tight, and we've got to slim down like everybody else does. So we do a good job with that. I'm proud of that. I'll defend the level of service that we're providing to our residents for what we charge.
And on top of that, I mean, on top of running the village, we're also paying down old debt.
Absolutely. Our predecessors, our forefathers that came before us, they spent money, and a lot of that was debt finance, and they built some beautiful things with it. There's no question about it, but that's often issued as 20-year debt. So the expenses that were made 20 years ago are being paid off to this day, and we're really trying to get ahead of that. We know that making debt service payments reduces the amount of free cash flow that we have in our budget. That was a big thing that you ran on and you implemented on day one, is whenever possible we're going to pay down that debt. And we've done a good job at that. To see our debt service payments, they're going down, and every year we're getting more free cash flow to make those optimized things we were talking about before, so we don't have to rely on property tax increases.
What if another taxing body is in debt and needs help? Can we loan them money?
We can't just, unfortunately, we have separate budgets. We can't just give them our credit card, so to speak, and say you can spend our money. So no, it's their responsibility that every taxing body must live within their own means. And I think we've got some great professionals out there that are really doing a good job running those taxing bodies, but it's their responsibility. We're in charge of our budget, they're in charge of their budget.
Let's talk a little bit about spending taxpayers' money. So we plan it out in our budget talks, right?
Yep.
So we lay out what we have, what we got coming in, what we got going out, and it's discussed in the budget talk. So we know what we're going to spend throughout the year besides emergencies, right? What unforeseen circumstances. So we discuss it, we go through a bunch of days in that, and we set that budget, correct?
Oh yeah.
And then every board meeting comes up, we vote on those things that were discussed in the budget to approve at those board meetings.
State law only allows us to spend money that's been budgeted for.
Correct.
So the budget, if you look at anyone's budget, you can see where their priorities lie. And so we spend a lot of time on crafting our budget, and it's a lot of late night phone calls, I know, between you and me doing that. I know you're calling the trustees, I'm calling the trustees individually and getting their input on any new initiative that we're taking on. But we really set our priorities for the year in that annual budget process that starts in the third, fourth quarter of each year.
And probably a good chunk of percentage of that budget is no-brainers. You have to buy police cars.
Yep.
You have to buy dump trucks. You have to buy things which are the only thing we kind of work on is getting the best deal, which is difficult to do nowadays. We always talk about and joke about sludge. You have to remove sludge.
Right.
I mean, that stuff is all picked out and paid for in that budget. So when it comes to the time to vote on it, we're in our means, correct?
100%, and that's a great point, is we know what police officers cost, and we sign collective bargaining agreements that are usually 4 years out, so we can really plan ahead for what things are going to cost based on our employment contracts. The same thing goes with our capital improvement. We plan out 5 years ahead of time of where we're going to be spending our money. All the residents can see that. It's on our website, so they know that this year these roads are being paved, next year those roads are being paved, this year we're buying this many cars, this next year we're buying so many new Vectors or backhoes or whatever it be. all of our capital expenses are 5 years ahead. Our labor agreements are as far out as we can take them. So there's very little discretionary year-to-year stuff that we have to focus on.
And we save money every year, because if you look at it, if per contract, say Public Works gets a 3% raise and we only raise taxes 1%, we still have to save money to cover that 2%.
You and I have had long conversations on that, yes.
Because I won't let you raise it.
You won't let me raise them, so we've got to find other ways to do it. And we've done a great job on that. We've talked about this in previous shows, how economic development works, but the way we can get more money out of property taxes without raising property taxes is to grow that tax base. So RECREATE helps support us. That's how we're able to essentially freeze what we're charging our residents.
And I know you talked about one thing, the development up on 83 and Devon, the warehouse spaces. You told me those 4 buildings were the equivalent of raising taxes on the residents 4%.
4 to 5% when they come online. And that's me being conservative. I'm always conservative when I tell you these things, but that's the beauty of economic development. That's why I'm so passionate about economic development, is those new businesses are basically foregoing any property tax increases that we're going to go to our residents for, because it's going to be new money coming to us without having to go into our residents' pockets.
It's always a good thing.
That's a beautiful thing to do.
Can the village tell any taxing body what to do?
We can't. We just have no authority to do that. Everyone is individual organizations. They've got their own elected boards, their own board presidents, their own board members, their own executive directors or superintendents, or for us, a village manager, completely separate. Not to say we don't talk to them. We get along great with them. I work with my counterparts in the taxing bodies on a regular basis. We're always a phone call away. So we get along great, but we like to respect the sovereignty, the independence of their organization. So nope, our job is to run the city, and that's what we're going to do. Our job's not to run the schools. We're not going to do that.
Is an intergovernmental agreement, or we call it an IGA, is that a contract?
IGAs are contracts, and we've used those in the past to support each other. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head.
The police officers in the schools, that's
right,
an IGA.
Exactly. So having our school resource officers, our sworn police officers, their Village of Bensenville police officers in the school, supporting the school district. It's a great arrangement because the school district helps pay for the salary and benefits. So that's an IGA that is a mutual benefit to everybody, from the officer to the village to the school, keeps our kids safe. It's a great program, and it's been successful. We've been running that for over a decade.
How can residents find out more about the local government and various taxing bodies?
Head on over to our website. It's all right there. I also, if you want to get really into the weeds of it, the DuPage County Assessor goes into where your taxes are going and how much tax levies are going to be. You can click your property, you can even click your neighbor's property and see what they're paying in taxes, make sure everyone's being fair.
And if you have any questions about Bensenville taxes on our end, Evan and I, our doors are always open. Come see us, make a phone call, set up an appointment, whatever you got to do, we'll be happy to explain it to you. Thank you for coming on the show, joining us on this show. Thank you for explaining a lot about the taxing bodies.
Love talking about taxing.
And thank you for joining us. And be sure to tune in next week for more Spotlight on Bensenville.
You're watching Bensenville TV, providing local government programming to residents 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, featuring board meetings, news, events, bulletin boards, and original programming about the services provided by our municipal government and affiliated organizations. Always on, offering community information anytime. To find out more, visit our website, www.bensenville.il.us. Live, learn, explore. Bensenville Community Television.